Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing well. This is the second session of the Python Kickstarter series, and in today's session we'll be talking about variables. You can think of variable as a name that is attached to a particular object. In simpler words, we'll be assigning a name for any value that we would want to use as a part of our program and use the name to reference that value anywhere we want within the program. So to create a variable, you just have to assign it a value and then start using it. This is the syntax for assigning a variable. We'll be giving the name of the variable, a in this case, equals the value that I want a to hold, which is 5. As we can see here, there are two parts to it. The right hand side is called the literal, which is actually 5 in line number 2. While the left hand side, the variable name is called an identifier. The variable a is used to identify the value 5. So if I were to print a now, I will actually be able to get the value 5 because a holds the value of 5. I can also assign a variable with a value that depends on another variable. Let's say I'm assigning the variable b with value of 100 plus a. A in this case is 5 and I'm adding 100 to it. So if I were to print b, I will actually be getting 100 plus 5, which is 105. Now, I can also assign one variable to another directly, which is a copy of that variable. So if I were to print c, I will actually get the value of b, that is the current value of b, which is 105. Let's print that and see. As you can see, I'm getting 105 here. There are certain guidelines to be followed while naming the variables. A variable has to start with an alphabet. It cannot start with a number. Say for example, if I were to try something like 5c, that wouldn't work because I cannot have a variable name starting with a number. But a variable name can have a number as the suffix. We can also have multi-word variables in Python. Let's take grade for students as an example. Note here that F and S are capitalized. This kind of notation is called camel case, in which the second and subsequent words are capitalized in order to highlight the word boundaries and make them easier to see. We can have these words separated by underscores. Grade underscore for underscore semester. This kind of notation is called snake case. There's also another kind of notation called Pascal case, which is very identical to camel case, except that the first word is also capitalized. According to PEP 8 Style Guide for Python, it is suggested that we use Pascal case for class names, while we use snake case for variable names and functions. But you cannot have space between the words in a variable name. So line number 17 will not work. It is also a good practice to keep the variable names as descriptive as possible and not use generic names like N, A, B, etc. so that it is easier to reference and identify in complex and big programs. We can also not use certain reserved keywords as variable names in Python. A classic example of this is if. If is a reserved keyword and we'll not be able to use it as a variable. As you can see here, it readily points out that it's an error. Let's take a look at keywords in detail in the next session. Hope you found this tutorial helpful. Please do let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions or feedback for me. Do subscribe to my channel and drop in a like if you like the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe.